Hello, everyone. Welcome to a purely playthrough indie showcase special. I'm your host and Matt behind the sticks, Matt, the multimedia manager of PNM and PureNintendo.com, your independent source for all things Nintendo. I am joined by Trevor Gould.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here.
And Alex Stramke.
What's going on, folks?
All right, and we're going to be taking a look at all 9 games that were opened up for demo purposes during E3 2015. This is part of Nintendo's Nindie Showcase campaign. And we're going to go ahead and start off with Runbow.
I approve of the name.
It is an interesting name, and it's very interesting playstyle. This is a 2D platformer by 13AM Games.
Awesome.
I got to demo this game at PAX East, and it is a frantic multiplayer event. There is single player, obviously, too, but we definitely had a blast. The crew who checked it out at PAX East.
Man, I wish I could have gone to that because it sounded like a lot of fun.
Alright, and as you can see, you can choose between, dude, lady, different colors. I'm going to go with pure Nintendo Orange, of course, and I'm going to look very dapper.
Oh, very nice.
And there will be more costumes in the full version, but for right now, there's just dapper, Robot Man, I guess, and I think
Macho.
Ninja. And
from what I'm looking at, it almost looked like a beard. I was gonna say like Macho Man, but I see it now. It's Ninja.
I was thinking Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah.
Alright, and there are only just a few levels here. We're just gonna go run through a few for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next game.
Sounds good. And of course, 13 AM Games were on the Treehouse, I think late yesterday, demoing some of this game in multiplayer, which I think this game is definitely a multiplayer game at heart.
I already completely forgot how to play this game. There we go.
Well, it's hard because the environments are constantly changing, and of course, when you have a screen full of people, everybody's trying to punch you and get in your way. It's definitely, it's definitely hectic. I remember at PAX, there were a few times I thought for sure I was going to win because the goal was right there, and something crazy would happen and I'd lose.
You had a blue shell moment.
Yeah, this is but it's good because I remember the crew playing at PAX. Everyone, all the journalists, we all at least got one win. So it was pretty. I guess balanced.
All right, I already got the first
time. Nice. This is the first time I've seen the game. I like the concept.
Yeah,
it's definitely good if you game with friends. Of course, there is. I think the final game is going to have 7 modes, so there's going to be some stuff for the solo gamer too, and obviously I think. Even in the demo, you get like medals and whatnot, but I definitely think this will be the multiplayer hit at your gaming parties.
Oh
man, that was close. I guess that's one thing I like about the whole indie game movement. Oh, don't do drugs. Good advice.
Yeah,
you can make games like this that maybe the concept sounds weird when you're explaining it, but once you start playing it, you're like, okay, this is actually a lot of fun. So I love seeing like this kind of support that Nintendo is giving the indie developers, because I think this is healthy for the game market.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta say, when I first saw the preview for this game, I didn't know that the platforms would actually disappear when the same color hue came through the background. I thought they just looked invisible and you couldn't see them, so you had to memorize their position. But no, they completely disappear. Yeah,
there's a lot of environmental changes. I can't remember all the ones I saw when I played the demo, but there's going to be a lot of that where, and it's trial and error. It's not like the start of the level tells you in this one controls are going to flip or platforms are going to move or whatever. So you kind of learn as you go, which kind of, I guess, levels the playing field in a way, because everybody's thrown for a loop.
Yeah. See, it's good that they're doing this because, like, it's something you'd have to play to really get the full effect of it.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what I would to anyone who's, just seen footage. I mean, definitely download the demo and at least get get some sense of what it offers. But yeah, definitely, if you game with friends, I would say this is going to be a must-have eShop title.
And I gotta say, this game boasts up to 7 players, or 9 players. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's 9. When I played, it was with 7, and that was hectic enough. I can't imagine with 9, but that's part of the charm. Having that chaos where everybody's scrambling. And
Do you even lift? No, I don't.
Yeah, the game likes to mock you as well. But I was kind of skeptical when I first picked it up because the controls are a little bit heavy. You're a little bit sluggish moving around. It feels like there's a little bit of lag between like pressing the button and then the double jump happens.
Mm-hmm.
But like once you get used to it, it feels pretty natural. But as this one says, they're all gonna say it. That's the little theme is this does not reflect the final build. So I'm kind of hoping they tighten up the controls just a little bit.
Yeah, one thing I did notice, which I didn't catch when I played it before, is I don't believe there's any audio coming out of the gamepad, which is it's a minor thing, but it's one of those little quirks that always kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Right.
For a game like this, especially if you're playing with a group, obviously you're going to be around the TV with it blasting, but I'm not sure if that's just reflective of this demo. I hope that's the case.
Well, if the developers are listening, we need audio from the gamepad.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. And 13 AM games are pure Nintendo fans, and we're fans of them, so.
Alright, we're just going to take a look at this level real quick, and then we're going to run off to the next one. I gotta say, I really like the visual style, and the music it's like this. My friend actually had a good phrase for it. It's called electro swing, which I didn't know was a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. Oh, that's cool with the spikes coming out. I didn't notice that at first. I was like, why are you jumping there?
Yeah, I didn't notice that at first either until I kept like, why am I dying? What's going on?
I think the visual style really works for gameplay that's, going to be so frantic. I think they kind of nailed the style because you can't have it be too distracting.
No, it's got to be minimalist.
Yeah. All right, and that was Runbow, and excuse us.
So what do we think? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I'm interested in seeing what they can do with this game. Yeah, I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah, I'm going to say thumbs up.
Big thumbs up for me if you game with friends, and slightly less thumb up if you are more of a solitary gamer. But again, there's going to be at least 7 modes, so this is only a small taste of what's to come.
Mm-hmm. All right, and please excuse us. We'll be back with the next game right after this cut. All right, everyone, we're back. We're taking a look at Typoman.
Dun, dun, dun.
It is definitely a very what would you call it? It's definitely got an aesthetic. It's got an atmosphere to it, like a very bleak atmosphere.
Yeah, it's kind of a cinematic puzzle platformer. And it's from a Brainseed factory, which is a fairly new. I looked them up. They were only about 2 years ago that they were formed. But I think this is a good title for the Wii U insofar as puzzle platformers seem to do pretty well on Nintendo systems in general, I think.
And as you can see, your little stick figure man, or not stick figure, like he's made out of letters. And it's like
now the title makes sense.
OEH, I think, and then his arm is an R. I don't know what that spells. OEHR. R. So this is kind of like the tutorial slash demonstration of how you interact with the environment.
Yeah, it definitely took me a little while to get used to some of the platforming aspects. I played through this with my wife. She was pretty good at the puzzle aspects, like forming words, but in terms of picking up letters, throwing them, jumping, it took me a little while to get used to. So, not necessarily a knock on the controls, but
Okay.
Huh.
Got it. I missed
I
it
don't
the first
think
time.
they're pick up and play like intuitive necessarily.
I would completely agree with that. Well, in the beginning, it's kind of pick up and play. Later on, it gets a little bit more, I guess, challenging is the word. And you really have to think like outside the box on just kind of how to form some of these letters. Like, here's a good example right here. Is just craft new words. So you kind of have to like arrange it and like look in the environment and think what you want to do. And
Yeah.
Cool.
as you can see, there's like a gate right up there.
I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, it's killing me. It reminds me of there was a puzzle platformer on the PlayStation Network and on Xbox. It was like the little boy, and it was all like kind of like dark.
Limbo?
Yeah, Limbo. Thank you.
Yeah. This really reminded me of
I've been
Limbo.
trying to remember the name of that game.
Oh.
Visually, it kind of reminds me of that.
I agree with that.
I think this style is getting more. I don't want to say common, but it's definitely. I've seen other games that kind of adopt this similar aesthetic to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely died there. But luckily the checkpoints are very, very generous.
Yeah, I missed that jump several times.
Yeah. And in the last game, Runbow, I was going to mention that it's good to have fast-moving platformers where you're zoomed out and you can see the environment more. This is one where I would go the other way. Bring it in just a little bit more. He's very distinct out here with the background. But see, when I get to the ground like this, he starts blending in a little bit. And then here comes
it's a
this
small
puzzle.
character too, so
Even just a change of the color palette might help.
Okay,
that's a good idea.
This puzzle really bugged me for a while. Because it's like a trap, and like you go up to it, first time you get killed, second time you're like, you see the use, and you're like, okay, use what? And then you have to figure out to mess with the trap enough to knock the S down, and then bring it close enough to trap the trap. And now it becomes trap.
I love it, the puns.
Yeah.
One thing I gotta say, I know I criticized Runbow a bit for not having audio from the gamepad, but I don't believe this mirrors the TV. I believe the gamepad is blank. Is that correct, Matt?
Correct. There is nothing going on.
That's definitely a big pet peeve of mine. Obviously, not every game needs good gamepad use, but if you're not going to use it, I don't understand why you wouldn't mirror it. Especially as you were saying, sometimes you want it zoomed in a bit. I would think playing on the gamepad might make it easier, and yet you could have somebody watch on the TV. But I don't know. I don't know why they have it like that. Hopefully, it's just the demo.
Yeah.
Just hoping.
All right. Now for more wordplay.
What'd you think of that little boss? All right, not boss, but that enemy, Matt.
It was good, I guess. A little short-lived, which otherwise I don't need this H. So this is another thing. This game will get this part of the puzzle. This is what I'm talking about, where like you really have to like stop and think about spelling. They just give you a bunch of letters, and like normally you think you have to use everything that's in front of you.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
You
not
can
exactly
spell
the
thrush.
Now it says prush.
I wanted to comment on the enemy there. I don't know if when you were playing it earlier, if you ever actually died there.
Yeah, I died a few times, definitely.
And for a E or a E10 plus game, it's pretty gruesome. He actually rips your head off.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of stunned me when I first saw it. I'm like, my goodness.
There's the
That's going to be the exception, obviously, for, it wasn't bloody or anything, but it was just kind of caught me off guard.
Right, yeah. Come on, pick it up. There we go. Alright, let me just pull this O, pull this H, throw that H over there.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, it definitely is. See, as you can see, they're gonna start reacting. I did it at the wrong time. Pull it apart. The effect goes away. Nope. There we go.
See, I didn't even know you could do it at the wrong time. That's interesting.
But, you know, aside from, like, how dark it is, it just definitely seems like an interesting game. Definitely a tough puzzler, I think.
I can see the appeal to it. It's one where it's not meant to be rushed through like a normal platformer. It's all about the experience of getting from point A to point B. I think that the concept behind the puzzles is really intriguing. I'll probably end up downloading this one just to see how I feel playing through it. But I don't mind taking my time. Trying to figure this stuff out.
Okay, here's a good example right here. Now, where is he?
Oh, yeah. That will be a problem.
Yeah. I don't like that. Otherwise, you know, this is a pretty good game. Very quiet, it's got a huge, like a really subtle ambiance to it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, something's going on back there.
And then just climb the staircase and we reach the end of the demo. So what's everyone's thoughts while this cinematic is happening?
I think it's intriguing. I'd be willing to give it a shot. Depending on pricing, I think it's a really neat concept.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. Exactly. In fact, that was the word I was going to use, is intriguing. I think this would be, like, I enjoyed the demo with my wife because, like I said, I'm more of the platforming. She was more of the puzzles. So even though this isn't a co-op game per se, I enjoyed it for that. I think, you know, if this can come in at a decent price, I would definitely put it on my wish list at least.
It definitely needs some work still. Like you guys were saying with the visuals, you need to be able to keep track of where you're going. But I hadn't even thought about that, as you could, in a sense, co-op it. It might be a lot of fun to sit together with someone. I guess if you're really good with word association, then you would enjoy this game a lot.
Yeah.
You know, if you like your Wheel of Fortune.
All right. And that was Typoman. And stay tuned for our next game. All right, and we're back with Mutant Mud Super Challenge by Renegade Kid.
And of course, if you caught the cover of the new issue of P&M, you will have seen this game, Greasing.
I've already immediately started blowing it. And I gotta say, Jules was not kidding when he stated that this game would be much harder than the original. There's only 3 levels here, and I find them, you know, the first one's already fairly difficult. You have to know the mechanics a little bit. They're not going to feed you anything here. The second demo level, which we'll come up to, is definitely much harder than the usual levels. And then the third one is a boss fight, and holy smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Matt. We're not here to judge you, but the internet will.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, Matt, I think, I don't know how much you planted this idea, but I remember when we had Jules on the Koopa Chat, and I think you asked him if he would ever consider doing just a super hard platformer, and here we are, you know.
Yeah. So,
what are your loyalties, man?
So yeah, Jules, you can go ahead and make the paycheck out to Matt at purenintendo.com, and I hope to see that soon.
Yeah, this game definitely kicked my butt while I played it, and of course, there's a running a death total, which is sure to mock me when I get the full release.
Because I can take dying, you know, I can say, okay, I'll just retry, but it's when they show you the deaths and they rub it in your face, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're just taking the gloves off, fighting dirty.
Yeah, if you linger on the death screen for too long, then that's a problem for me.
I gotta say, though, at least in this demo, because some games will kill you just from things that...
Oh, that was stupid.
It's like, it's impossible to anticipate. It's just trial and error. this game, at least in the demo, does seem if you die, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Which I definitely like. One of my pet peeves is a hard game that's just hard for the sake of being hard, and doesn't matter how it's implemented. At least when I died here, I like, oh, that's my fault.
A good example of that is, I don't know if you guys have played, what is it? It's Another World in Europe. What is it in America?
Oh, Out of This World.
Out of This World. Thank you. I'm having brain farts today.
Speaking of
Out of
brain
This
farts,
World is one of those games. Fantastic experience, but they just throw you in there and it's all trial and error, and it's so frustrating to play.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I reviewed it when they did the 20th or 25th anniversary on the eShop, and even though I gave it high marks, I'm like, if you're not familiar with the game, it's definitely gonna,
It's one of those games that like you love it and hate it at the same time because it's so immersive and so much fun to explore the world, but it's just so unforgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a game I loved watching someone else play.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it from a distance.
It's impressive when you watch someone who knows exactly what to do run through it.
Yeah. Much like this game right here. I'm sure everyone is very impressed and enjoying themselves with how I'm just completely destroying it.
I am grateful there is checkpoints, albeit I think there's maybe just one per level, but I'm grateful for that because when Mutant Mudds originally came out, I don't think there were any checkpoints.
I want to say there were.
Are you sure? I know there was definitely someone, they added the ghost levels, but I don't remember checkpoints originally.
Now I have to go back.
I'm trying to remember myself because I have the 3DS version.
Because I remember thinking when it got updated, I'm like, wow, it's a little more, not easier per se, but more manageable.
You can only be so mean before.
Oh, I might have been in there after the update then.
Yeah, I think you were, Matt.
So that would explain all that.
But I was thinking about it because that's the thing with Out of This World. Some of the checkpoints are so far apart. It's like you got to run a gauntlet and hope you get it perfect, or you're going to be doing it over and over. And no matter how fun a game is, I think
oh god,
not everybody
doing the same
running.
thing. Yeah.
All right.
I enjoy
this game. Yeah, this game is going to be cross-buy too on Wii U and 3DS, which is really cool.
Oh, excellent.
As you can see,
there's only been a few games that have done that so far, so I think that's great.
I think this type of game is perfect to take with you on the go, because I can just play like a couple levels at a time and then move on. So like if I'm out and about, I'll play like a level or two.
This is not the game for me on the go, because if I mess up, then I start making noises like that. I don't think people want to hear that on a bus.
See, I like it because I take it in small bites. I can really
come on!
try
I better have gotten that checkpoint.
Oh man.
Oh good.
I think this may be the sort of game you have to take in small, doses, because I think it may drive you batty if you try to.
Exactly, because when you beat a level, that's an accomplishment in itself. So I can and I can save a little bit for later. And so I don't binge on this game, but I like playing it in small bursts. So I think I like having it on my 3DS.
Yeah. And I personally think the original Mutant Mudds, I thought that had plenty challenge as was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then of course the ghost level, those new levels were even harder, and this is just another step up. So it's like
whatever, go through it.
How evil can you get?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Jules. Crap. Whatever. You guys saw the exit there, so I showed the entire level. All right.
No, I didn't see nothing.
No.
Slacker.
Hey, we have Indies to move through. So here's the ghost boss. Aptly named Ghost Boss. And he's not challenging at all. All this is challenging. Because you can only hurt him with a certain gun, and that's this gun with only 10 shots. So
that face though.
Yeah. He's clearly mocking. Oh, okay.
That's a cool concept in itself.
crap.
Just having to run through the enemies and save your ammunition for said boss man.
Yeah. Cool, got it. And then, yeah, you change the level up. Now we gotta go back here.
I like it.
I like it too, but man, is it hard. This is about as far as I made it last time before I had to go do something else.
Yeah.
Something constructive.
Yeah, that just does not hurt him.
It's definitely not going to be a game for everyone. I think Mutant Muds had more of a broad appeal, but this is definitely I want to say an enthusiast title at least.
This is the lost
You gotta be
levels
a
of Mutant Muds.
Yeah, you got to be a skilled gamer to really appreciate this one. And
Totally botched that.
Face though, man. I'm getting like Majora's Moon vibes from that.
He kind of looks like a not a Disney villain. What was like the other animation studio in the early '90s?
Oh, like was it like Don Bluth?
Yeah, it's like Don Bluth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
That's funny.
Alright, I'm gonna give this one more shot and then we'll just move on to our next indie title. Because crap! Come on! Darn it,
I don't know. I'm
Jules!
enjoying this one. I think we can watch this one for a little longer.
Yep, and I'm gone.
How many deaths you get? 10 deaths
10.
during the demo.
Alright. And that's a look at Mutant Mods and
Super challenge.
join us for the next game, will ya?
Yeah, and again, just as a plug, make sure to check out the new issue of P&M where this game's on the cover.
Do it.
Alright guys, and we're back with Rive from Two Tribes. Totally rhymes.
Oh yeah.
Rive was another cover feature on P&M, and this was also another game I got to play at PAX East and was pretty fond of. One of my favorites from the show.
Just gotta rub it in, don't you, Trevor?
Well, you know what's neat about this game is I think this really, feels like a genre that's barely got any representation on the Wii U.
The good old shmup.
Yeah, and it's not, a straight shoot 'em up, but it's definitely a lot of fast action.
Yes, it is. And
Kinda looks like they took Asteroids and turned it into like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
This is just the intro.
I like
Yeah,
it.
this game definitely has a lot of transitions. My understanding is the actual game, they're going to be a little more gradual, because this demo kind of jumps you from one to the next very, very quick, I think.
Oh yeah. And oh god. And
So you think that we can anticipate longer levels that slowly build up to the chaoticness that is bound to happen?
well, this has got a much more Metroid-esque style to it, where it's not like levels per se. It's just like a larger world that you transition back and forth through.
Oh, okay.
So as you can see, we kind of hit the platforming section now, where gravity's kicked in, and I didn't even see this guy's name. Like, I barely saw any text because we were already out shooting asteroids.
Yeah, same with me. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but yeah, there's different mechanics introduced. Obviously, one of the big things with this is the hacking ability, which is touched on just a little bit, I think, here in the demo.
Yeah, we'll get 2 hacking abilities through this game. And there's one right now, actually.
Excellent.
So this is what really has me curious to see how much this factors later in the game. I think it could provide a nice breather from all the shooting action.
That's very true. But switching between the hacking mode and the regular shooting mode is definitely kind of complicated. Because the button I use for hacking is already dedicated to my other thumbstick.
That's a good point.
And
When I demoed this, I played on an Xbox controller, so this was the first time I played it on the gamepad. And that's a good point.
Yeah, because you need it to, I mean, you people at home can't see it, but when I'm shooting or something, I usually have the right analog stick like jammed everywhere, or jammed out to the corners or sides or whatever you want to call it, just so I can aim better. And for hacking, you just need it you need to do that that much more, simply to control the beam and to shoot the beam out there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that could be a pain.
There we go.
Nice.
Does he have like a toothbrush in his mouth? I just happened to look down and
Oh, you know.
I think it's like a toothbrush that I have.
Yeah, when I played, it was like in my, I caught it out of the corner of my eye, but there's not really much
And-
opportunity to read it because it's like fire is coming at you quick and
Oh yeah.
Did you get some bomb shoes?
Oh god! And the enemies just come at you everywhere. They're not bomb shoes, they're like missile cluster missiles.
I know, I was joking. You killed the joke, man.
I'm sorry.
we can edit it out.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, and then got more. But yeah,
this is
I
really
mean,
big.
it goes from like platforming to just hectic action to platforming to hectic action like really quickly.
Yeah, and I like how the levels aren't, it starts traditional left to right, but now here you're going up, and
Yeah, it's kind of Metroidvania.
yeah, there's a lot of diversity shown in a small demo.
And here's our first like mini boss.
Aim for the open spot.
Oh god. So basically just shoot at his shield when he goes down, just unload missiles. And he's gone.
Use bombs wisely. Yay.
Oh, I don't think this game wants to use bombs wisely.
I learned from
Flood
Peppy.
the screen with weapons and hope for the best.
Yeah, pretty much. And I hope you don't lose yourself. Which, I have enough of that problem playing Smash Bros. And this game is just ludicrous. Okay, so now we have the life bar hack, which is... again, it's like a really interesting thing, like Trevor was talking about. Instead of like hacking certain like computer systems, like those little medical boxes that was healing that guy, like that guy, let me bust open that guy's shield. Oh, and you can shoot yourself with
man.
your own missiles. I just saw that. And now this guy's part of me, and he's my little buddy.
Neat.
I'm gonna check if you can hack more than one. I never tried that last time, so.
I don't think you.
Yep, you cannot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think, or at least I couldn't.
Okay, that guy's my buddy now, so.
Although maybe later in the actual game, maybe you can. Who knows?
Perhaps. Oh god, jeez!
Well, that wasn't good.
There should be some coming from behind, and like, there it is. Yeah, just keep shooting.
Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Only once game. Oh god, I forgot about that part. And trade. And I think I lost my little buddy. Oh no, there he is. Okay. Oh yeah,
Can
no!
you suplex the train?
Oh,
Oh,
I was trying to save my little buddy and I forgot.
you should have suplexed the train. Oh, wait a minute, that's a different game.
Oh, he didn't come with me. Oh, there he is.
Hardly a moment's rest.
Quick, get out of there. Awesome. Oh god! Jesus!
Dun, dun, dun. Don't you know not to walk on the tracks, Matt?
There's nothing but tracks.
I love how Matt gets so excited.
Yeah.
Alright. Come on, make it. Awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can heal me, so there you go.
So you still got your little buddy with you.
Exactly. Oh. Ah. I forgot where I was supposed to go here.
That's
Oh,
always
there
good.
it is. Maybe that arrow can help me. Oh, I can't seem to get up
This is
there.
a very busy railway section.
Okay, there we go.
It's all the out-of-state commuters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I think we're coming up on the next boss.
I gotta say, too, one of the coolest things about Rive is just the fact that Two Tribes is still around to make it, because they were kind of on the bubble for a while after, was it Toki Tori didn't have the success they were hoping for, so, we were wondering for a while what was Two Tribes' fate, and here they are, they're back.
It's awesome,
Oh, wow.
because they're obviously a talented studio, so...
Definitely.
Okay, and we just got our next hack, which is
Really a kamikaze hack.
yeah. if I can hack him and not die here. This one's actually very different. It's like a little anti-grav thing now.
Ooh, cool.
Oh god! Oh, now I gotta get a new one. There we go. Okay. He's definitely a little tough to control. There we go. And I think, yep, that would be the end of the demo right there.
Ta-da.
Alright, so everyone's thoughts, quick.
It's awesome.
Definitely one of my, definitely one of my favorite demos.
I like the variety in the gameplay. It's like platformer, shoot 'em up, puzzle solver. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites, and it was since I played it at PAX. It was probably like one of my top 5. So,
all right, and with that, we'll move on to our next game, and an executive decision I made just right now. We're gonna split this into 2 episodes, so don't worry, you're not gonna wait too long. You're gonna have one today, one tomorrow, because if we keep going like this, you're gonna get one long 90-minute episode. We don't want that. You don't want that. So we'll see you tomorrow with our next set of indie titles. Goodbye.
bye,
Take
everyone.
care, everybody.